The Tory party seriously don't need any help from anyone to destroy their chances of being electable the next time round. I mean, they are literally handing their initial 80-seat majority over to every other political party, and the damage is coming from within. I mean, they've had some policy disasters along the way. A lot of these mistakes are ones they're trying to rectify because, to be fair to them, they've had a pretty tough deal, haven't they? I mean, we've had to put up with the constant Boris bashing, much of this coming from the Tory party itself, with a load of help from established media outlets and Keir Starmer, who suddenly went quiet when Beergate came to the surface. Then there's the likes of Tom Tugendhat and others putting their egos before the good of the country, which is collapsing around their ears with illegal channel crossings, a housing and cost of living crisis, etc. And if they think that we're actually going to forget all of this and flock to an unknown quantity as a leader, I think they're mistaken. Fail leaders like Theresa May and Jeremy Hunt putting in their 2 pennies worth. I mean, we've got a string of seedy, unforced errors, losses of one seat after another due to sleazy circumstances, triggering by-elections, a disgruntled public voting with their feet. I mean, who needs an opposition? But even more worrying than the undertone from people within their own ranks is the undertone from the civil service. Appointed to serve and do the work given them by a democratically elected government, some, it appears, want to disrupt the progress of Brexit by being extremely unhelpful. And today, I read that some civil servants are resisting post-Brexit reforms because they cannot imagine life outside the EU. Suella Braverman today told the Telegraph, the Sunday Telegraph, that Brexit offered a great opportunity to peel back onerous rules and bureaucracy to actually help the consumer. However, she claimed the biggest battles in government are with officials rather than political battles. She talks of a Remain bias, which she calls a resistance to some of the measures that ministers have wanted to bring forward. Well, we've seen this sort of behaviour before with those opposing Priti Patel and her policy ideas, making life very difficult. Now, under their code of conduct, civil servants must carry out their responsibilities in a way that is fair, just and equitable, and reflects the civil service commitment to equality and diversity. They must not act in a way that unjustifiably favours or discriminates against particular individuals or interests. The more I hear and the more I see with regard to the noises in government and Whitehall, the more I think that there's a plot to find fault with absolutely everything that Boris Johnson does, designed to unseat him in an attempt to derail Brexit. I mean, the Tory party are literally handing election defeat to their opposition on a plate. And this resistance to get the best out of Brexit, so it appears as a damn squid, is damaging its very progress. And the only reason why maximum damage has not yet been inflicted is because the leadership challenges are so bad and the opposition is so woefully inept. But if the Conservative Party continue to squander their majority, a Lib-Lag pact, in my view, is inevitable. So in the words of arch-Remainer Lord Adonis, if Boris goes, Brexit goes. And maybe that's the plan.